I'm Ghul, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Batman Prelude to the Wedding, Damian vs. Ra's al Ghul issue number 1, and by God, if that is not a mouthful of a title, I don't know what is. Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we can see Catwoman has taken Robin to go get fitted for his wedding clothes. Why did Batman or Alfred not take him for this? Your guess is as good as mine, but it gives the two a chance to hang out. Also, hats off to Tim Seeley right out of the gate for explaining something that Tom King hasn't bothered to yet. And that is, hey, it's Batman and Catwoman who are getting married. Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle aren't getting married because, well, that's impossible and it would give up who they are. And hey, you know what? The hits just keep on coming. Damian more or less says, hey Selina, you've been living in my house for, about 50 odd issues now, and this is the first time we've had a conversation outside of the costumes. Damian further goes on to say everything Catwoman has probably heard about him is 100% true. He's the genetically created offspring of Talia al Ghul and Bruce Wayne. His grandfather is the Demon's Head. He was, more or less raised as an assassin to take over the world, but Batman saved him and now he's doing his own thing. We are also reminded this issue that despite all his pomp and circumstance, at the end of the day, Damian is still a child and asks the oh-so-important question, like, what, if you marry my dad, do I have to call you mom now? Selina has to get going, her bachelorette party is tonight, and whoa, wait, Selina has friends? That would seem to be another thing that Tom King seemingly forgot to write, but hey, we're not talking about that. Damian takes this opportunity to get a little me time in for himself. He's going to use his ninja skills to sneak into the local arcade and beat his high score. Now, being the son of one of the richest men in the world, you would think Damian would be able to afford his very own arcade, but let's not get hung up on semantics here. The important thing is that Damian is not alone. A new costumed cretin going by the name Albion tries to pick a fight with Damian. This guy uses a poisoned whip that causes Robin to trip balls like this was a Hunter S. Thompson novel or something. He also more or less talks like he's Russ Cole from True Detective about how time is not a straight line, it's a flat circle. It would seem that Albion knows a lot about Damian, more than any person from this time period could possibly know. He claims he's from the future, but moreover than that, he claims to be the son of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle from the future. Oh, well now the name and the whip make sense, huh? Albion, the mythical winged cat, both bat and cat fused together into one. Damian slowly but surely begins to lose his grasp on reality and imagine himself as the Batman of the 666 universe, aka Grant Morrison's dark future take on Damian, where he ends up destroying all of Gotham City, in order to save it of course, but still he destroys it. It's in this older, more dangerous form Damian is actually able to get the upper hand on Albion. He beats the ever-loving crap out of him, but refuses to kill him. Now, hey, you're probably wondering to yourself, isn't Ra's al Ghul supposed to be in this story? Yeah, he is, in a way that kinda spoils the twist for you, but yes, Ra's was behind this. That tailor that pricked him with a pin, that was actually filled with psychotropic drugs, and Damian has been tripping this whole time. The Demon's Head says that he's more or less given up Damian ever becoming his heir, or even just being a good body replacement for him. He hoped, though, through this test that Damian would at least show some backbone and protect his own legacy as Batman's child. But once again, Damian has disappointed him by sticking to the moral standards of the superhero and not spilling blood unnecessarily. Even though Damian has won the moral victory in this situation, it has caused him to think about some stuff that he wasn't before, mainly what would happen if Batman had his own child, conceived with a woman he actually wanted to and, raised on his own. Would he no longer be so special in his father's eyes? This causes Damian to confront Selina when she gets back from her bachelorette party, and Selina surprisingly has some very interesting things to say to Damian, mainly that she and his father haven't really thought about kids yet, but if given the choice, she probably wouldn't do it. She really wouldn't want a kid to have to deal with both their baggage and her inherent baggage. Catwoman does, however, say that if she does have a child, she would really hope that they ended up like Damian, who probably in one of his greatest aspects ever was able to overcome a lot of really terrible baggage. She then further says that moving into the future, she thinks that the two of them can be friends. After all, with their anti-hero tendencies, the next time Batman goes on a moral lecture, as long as they have each other's backs, they're gonna be just fine. So that was Damian versus Ra's al Ghul, everyone, and overall I gotta say it was actually a pretty solid read. In fact, as I assumed it would, I actually enjoyed this prelude to the wedding story more than I've enjoyed the build-up to the wedding in the main Batman book. Tim Seeley has a way writing Damian that's different
different from a lot of other writers out there. Mainly, he doesn't forget to honor the childlike part of the character and also honor a lot of the, character growth that he's had in other books. He also gives the assassin Tyke a really relatable motivation and a really relatable fear, I'm sure, to a lot of kids whose parents remarry later in life. By Jove, he even goes out of his way to try and make Catwoman more relatable and more likable than she's been in a very long time, showing that she actually does have a way with kids and that she might just fit into the Bat family yet. Overall, this was a breezy, enjoyable read that took some characters to some interesting, unexpected places, and I think it sets a good standard for the rest of these wedding tie-ins that are going to be happening very soon. Overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. So that was the comic, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a closer look at some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at CapeJoel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you like what I do and are feeling in a supportive mood, please check out my Patreon, link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. So until next time, everyone, this has been CapeJoel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye.